Hello, I'm Tracy Anderson, Extension Educator with the University of Minnesota Extension 4-H Youth Development. I am in Two Harbors, Minnesota, and work primarily with Lake County 4-H. 4-H is a program for young people, grades K through 1 year past high school. Today, I'm just going to be talking about one program that we've offered in the summer with Lake County 4-H, and it's for young people grades 6 through 10. My Extension Educator colleague, Rebecca Meyer, and I have been working on a program called 4-H Water Watchers for the last 4 years. 4-H Water Watchers Conservation Club provides young people with an opportunity for learning that is focused on citizen science, invasive species, natural resources, and general conservation content through weekly learning experiences. Summer of 2020 was year 4 of Water Watchers. The first 3 years we did fully face-to-face. We met in person once a week for 6 weeks and went out to green spaces and explored our natural resources and invasive species through citizen science projects. This year, when we learned that face-to-face was not a viable option, we pivoted and turned it virtual. And we met by Zoom once a week for 6 weeks with the young people. And then in between those meetings, we offered a challenge for the young people to go out and observe, make observations in the natural resources and green spaces of their choice. For observing or for recording their observations, we use Survey123 and story maps. And so today I'll be sharing how we use those two in our programming. So we're going to bump out here. And okay. And so this is the Survey123 that we used. So we just had a title and then a kind of a little descriptor of what we wanted them to do: first name, date, time, what they observed, photographs, up to 4 photographs of what they observed, just description of what they observed, where they made that observation, what's the pinpointed spot that they made that observation. This was key for our map later. And then I wonder. This week I wonder this about the observation that I made. So I really like Survey123. It was a great tool. And some of the other pieces I like were being able to look at the data in a couple of different ways. When we met with the young people, once we got together each week, we would go through all of it and let them see what their fellow water watchers also observed. And here's just another way to look at that data and look at what the young people put in for their observations. Then we took all of that, and for our ending kind of final project, we made a story map. And so we did a story map of those observations. A little fun fact about our Survey123 and story maps is that 2 years ago at GIS Educator Day is where I first learned about these platforms. And so I've been waiting for just the right opportunity to use them. So I'm really excited that we were able to do that this summer. So here's our story map, and the little eye up here, you can kind of click on it and it tells the name of what's in the picture, and then just did a photo credit, because each of the pictures of this story map were taken by the young people that participated in the Water Watchers program. And when we were putting this together, I first went through the pictures and kind of pulled out some pictures that I thought would be good to use. And then I realized that that really isn't youth voice, and that I really needed to go back to the young people that took those pictures and made those observations and find out from them what they wanted to take and use in our story maps. So all the pictures here are ones that they chose. They weren't always the ones that I picked, but I'm glad that I asked them, because they really made great choices. So we kind of go through here. It's the title, the young people that participated, when it was, and then again another picture from a young person, and then it just kind of overview of what we were doing, a map. And I really like how they embed the map in here. You can expand it and then click on one of the observations, and then this cute little box pops up, and then it shows you that whole observation. So this is Raina's observation, and it goes through all of her answers to our observations. The other piece I like that I think is really great is up here, it shows 1 of 11. So Raina made 11 observations during our 6 weeks together. And so you can just click through each of her observations, which is pretty neat. So if we bump back down and then continue on, so that was the map. And then we just kind of went through, what we did each week. So week 1, we answered these questions, and we also talked about the scientific process and what that entails. And then at the end, we talked about here, where we did the Survey 123 and the I Wonder, and then just goes from there. What we did week 2, week 3, who our speakers were, what our topics were, and so on and so forth through the whole story map. This is a publication that we gave to each young person to aid in their identification of their observations. And then just our partners, program facilitators, and then our partners that we worked with on this program. So that, in a nutshell, is how we use Survey 123 and story maps in our 4-H program this summer. Thanks.